Today we're going to talk about adding integers. Our essential question is, how do we use zero sums and number lines to add integers? A review: integers are positive and negative counting numbers. Integers do not include fractions, percentages, or decimals. So, for example, the numbers 2, 10, 500, -3, -14, these are all examples of integers. We can add integers using zero sums. When we talk about adding integers, it's useful to think of it as combining two numbers. -1 plus 1 equals 0. It makes sense if we think about it. If you owe $1, you have -$1. If you find $1 and use that money to pay off your debt, you then have $0. This is called a zero sum. Remember, the word sum is the answer to an addition problem. We can use zero sums to add or combine integers. For example, 6 plus -7 can be written with 6 plus signs and 7 minus signs. We write the 6 plus signs as a row on the top, and we line up each minus sign underneath the plus sign, and these pairs are zero sums. You can see right here, this plus and this minus, that is a zero sum. You have +1 and -1, and that is going to be equal to 0. We line up each pair of zero sums, and you can see that each one is going to equal 0, and we are left over with one negative sign that has no pair to go with it. That tells us that whatever is left over is our answer, -1. So the answer to 6 plus -7 is -1. Here are some opportunities for you to practice drawing out zero sums and solving the problem. -3 plus 10, you can pause and solve this. -8 plus -7. This is going to be an interesting one because you are only going to have one row of negative signs and no positive signs to pair them with. There will be no zero sums on this one, so think about what your answer would be. We have the same situation but with positives. You would write 3 plus signs and then 2 plus signs, and you would have no negative signs to pair them with. So you would be left with 5 plus signs. Here's one last example to try. 3 plus -10. Number line. We can also use a number line to solve addition of integers. Remember that when you move right on a number line, you're getting larger, and when you move to the left, you're getting smaller. If we use the same problem and use a number line to solve it, we can draw a number line. Mine goes from -6 to 8, and the first term is 6, so we plot that on our number line. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to find the absolute value of the second term. So here in -7, its absolute value is 7. So we know we need to move from the 6 7 units. If the number is negative, we're moving 7 units to the left. If the number is positive, we would move 7 units to the right. In this example, -7 is negative, so we're moving 7 steps to the left, which leaves us at -1. Wherever you end up on the number line, that is your answer. So 6 plus -7 equals -1. Here are some examples for you to try on a number line. -7 plus 3. You can pause the video at each one of these examples and try to solve it on your own. -2 plus 8. -2 plus -5. 3 plus 6. For our summary, you're going to answer the essential question. Remember, the essential question was, how do we use zero sums in number lines to add integers?